America's Pop Culture Trivia Show.
Check it out.
America's Pop Culture Trivia Show. With Joe Parisi.
Welcome to episode 110 of America's Pop Culture Trivia Show. I'm your host, Joe Parisi. As always, I've prepared for you 3 fast-paced rounds of pop culture trivia. Each round consists of 7 questions with just 5 seconds between questions for you to think of the answers. At the end of each round, after the 7th question, we'll go right back over everything you were just asked and tell you what all the answers are. So we're going to have some fun and remind you of a whole bunch of things from music and TV and film that you probably completely forgot about. So the rounds today will go like this: music for round 1, television for round 2, general knowledge for round number 3. Good luck! Now let's play.
Round 1.
Round 1, music. Question number 1. A female hip-hop artist who scored a big hit with her 2021 single, Big Energy. The opening of the song became very popular on TikTok. The song features a sample of Tom Tom Club's Genius of Love. Name the artist. Question 2. From 1995, what band gave us the song Ants Marching? Question 3. What group gave us 1984's Wake Me Up Before You Go Go? Question 4. Name the group that gave us the 1994 reggae version of Baby I Love Your Way. The song appeared on the Reality Bites soundtrack. Name that band. Question 5. She performed alongside Dr. Dre, Snoop, Eminem, and Kendrick Lamar in the 2022 Super Bowl halftime show. Her 1992 debut album featured the hit song Real Love. Name the artist. Question 6. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. I'm so happy to be stuck with you. From their album 4, F-O-R-E. What group gave us 1984's Happy to Be Stuck With You? And question 7. The song December 1963, in parentheses, Oh What a Night, came out back in 1975. It spent 3 weeks on top of the Billboard Hot 100 charts. What group released this song? And that'll do it for round number 1. Let's see how you did with the music questions this week. All right, question 1. A female hip-hop artist who scored a big hit with her 2021 single, Big Energy. The opening of the song became very popular on TikTok. The song features a sample of Tom Tom Club's Genius of Love. Name the artist. That is Latto. L-A-T-T-O. Question number 2. From 1995, what band gave us the song Ants Marching? That is Dave Matthews Band. Question 3. What group gave us 1984's Wake Me Up Before You Go Go? That is Wham. Question 4. Name the group that gave us the 1994 reggae version of Baby I Love Your Way. The song appeared on the Reality Bites soundtrack. Name that band. That is Big Mountain. I tell you what, when I was in 7th grade, 8th grade, I think every person I associated with had a copy of the Reality Bites soundtrack on CD. It came out February 1st, 1994, RCA Records, and it had some great songs on there. My Sharona from the Knack was on there. Lisa Loeb's Stay was on there. Crowded House was on it. Of course, Big Mountain, Squeeze with the song Tempted. Lenny Kravitz, Dinosaur Jr., U2. It was a great soundtrack. A mid-90s must-have, if you ask me. All right, moving on. Question number 5. She performed alongside Dr. Dre, Snoop, Eminem, and Kendrick Lamar in the 2022 Super Bowl halftime show. In addition, her 1992 debut album featured the hit song Real Love. Name that artist. That is Mary J. Blige. And I tell you, I did enjoy the Super Bowl halftime show with all of them. I loved how 50 Cent appeared upside down. I thought that was kind of the highlight for me. But I was bummed they didn't do Real Love for Mary J. Blige. But, you know, everybody had very short windows of time to perform, so I'm over it. Question 6. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's true. I'm so happy to be stuck with you. From their album 4, what group gave us 1984's Happy to be Stuck with You? That is Huey Lewis and the News. And question 7. The song December 1963, in parentheses, Oh, What a Night, came out back in 1975. It spent 3 weeks on top of the Billboard Hot 100 charts. What group released this song? I'll take the Four Seasons or Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. So when that song, Oh, What a Night, December 1963, when that song was originally written, the lyrics were different. They were actually set in the year 1933, December 5th, 1933, and the song was all about celebrating the repeal of Prohibition. So needless to say, the meaning of the song changed quite a bit, but they did still manage to work dates into the song, so they kept something.
Round 2.
Round 2 on our 110th episode is a television round. Question 1. I love questions like this. All of these shows debuted during the same year. What year was it? American Pickers, Undercover Boss, Basketball Wives, The Vanilla Ice Project, and Storage Wars. What year did these shows debut? Question 2. Sunny with a Chance was a Disney Channel sitcom that aired from 2009 to 2011. The series followed the experiences of teenager Sunny Monroe, who was played by who? Question 3. A short-lived, short-form streaming platform that generated content for viewing on mobile devices. It launched during the COVID-19 pandemic. It had launched in April 2020 and was shut down in December 2020 after falling short of its subscriber projections. Its content library was sold to Roku in 2021. Name this now defunct streaming platform. Question 4. On the American version of The Office boss character was played by Steve Carell, and the character was named Michael Scott. The boss on the original version of the show, the British version, was played by Ricky Gervais. What was his character's name? Question 5. A guitarist and composer who from 1995 to 2010 was the band leader for The Tonight Show Band with host Jay Leno. Name him. Question 6. In 1986, an episode of this children's show included a scene where a young girl got stuck inside of an old refrigerator and had to be revived with CPR. What show was this? And question number 7. This is multiple choice. Following Jay Leno's departure, how long was Conan O'Brien the host of The Tonight Show? A, 3 years, B, 1.5 years, or C, less than 1 year? And that's going to do it for the television round. Let's check those answers. Okay, question 1. All of these shows debuted during the same year. What year was it? The shows are American Pickers, Undercover Boss, Basketball Wives, The Vanilla Ice Project, and Storage Wars. What year did all these shows debut? 2010. 2010. That list really gives you a sense of, what style of television show was big at that time in history. Question number 2. Sunny with a Chance was a Disney Channel sitcom that aired from 2009 to 2011. The series followed the experiences of teenager Sunny Monroe, who was played by who? Demi Lovato. Question 3. A short-lived, short-form streaming platform that generated content for viewing on mobile devices. It launched during the COVID-19 pandemic. It had launched in April 2020 and shut down in December 2020 after falling short of its subscriber projections. Its content library was sold to Roku in 2021. Name this now-defunct streaming platform. That is Quibi. So my big moment in my entertainment career, one of many huge moments, of course, had to do with Quibi. I was on one of the Quibi original shows. It was a show called Murder Unboxed, which was a true crime documentary series. And I actually play the murderer in the reenactments. You know how those type of shows go. That's what this show was. And yeah, you see me in the reenactment on this 8-minute long episode of Murder Unboxed, murdering a guy. It was based on a true story. So Murder Unboxed hits Quibi. My episode's there. Yay, hooray for Joe. 2 days later, they announced they are shutting the platform down for good. They're just not going to charge anybody anymore. They're like, yeah, not even worth it. We're done. So then my episode vanished without a trace, and luckily, Roku bought all the shows that Quibi had paid to have produced, and they just threw it on the Roku channel. So now you can watch Murder Unboxed, in particular, episode number 1, Death and Taxes, featuring me. You can watch it on the Roku channel for free. How about that? Shameless plugs. I'm full of them. I've got plenty more to come. Question number 4. On the American version of The Office boss, played by Steve Carell, was named Michael Scott. The boss on the original version of the show, the British version, was played by Ricky Gervais. What was his character's name? That is David Brent, one of the greatest, funniest television characters of all time. Question 5. A guitarist and composer who from 1995 to 2010 was the band leader for The Tonight Show Band with host Jay Leno. Name him. That is Kevin Eubanks. Question 6, and I'm sure there's some of you hearing this that probably wished I wouldn't have reminded you of this episode. In 1986, an episode of this children's show included a scene where a young girl got stuck inside of an old refrigerator and had to be revived with CPR. What show was this? Punky Brewster. It was an episode that haunted many of us as children. The episode was called Cherry Lifesaver. That aired originally back in 1986. The kids are all playing hide-and-go-seek around the apartment complex and outside in the little yard area, and Cherry climbs into Henry's old discarded refrigerator, which for the moment is just kind of outside waiting to get picked up by the trash people. And once she closes the door to hide, she can't get out. That's how they used to make these refrigerators. And there's actually a law in place that they cannot lock like that. So if somebody were to ever get stuck in one, they need to be able to just open it up. That's a real thing. My family went back and we watched all of the old original Punky Brewster series with our young son, and I had completely forgot. Basically, every single episode is a PSA for some topic. On that one, it was the importance of CPR. But like every Punky Brewster episode had some kind of PSA woven into it. I didn't realize that as a kid, but as an adult, it's like, oh man, this is just one big PSA. Still a classic. Final question, multiple choice, question number 7. Following Jay Leno's departure, how long was Conan O'Brien the host of The Tonight Show? Was the answer A, 3 years, B, 1.5 years, or C, less than 1 year? The answer is C, less than 1 year. Conan O'Brien hosted The Tonight Show for 7.5 months, 145 episodes. When NBC decided they were actually going to bring Jay Leno back after 7.5 months, they had a major falling out with Conan, and they ended up paying him $45 million to buy out his contract, to get him to step aside. They wanted to bump him to later, him as the host of The Tonight Show. They wanted to just move his show later and put Jay back in that time slot, and Conan was like, nope, not doing it. You can pay me and I'll just leave. And that's what they did.
Round 3.
Your third and final round is a general pop culture knowledge round, so we're just going to bounce all over the place. Question number 1. He played the basketball-loving town drunk Shooter in the 1986 basketball drama Hoosiers. Name the actor. Question 2. It was a black comedy horror film from 1986, a sequel that was quite different from the 1974 original. In this film, you would find the following characters: Chop Top Sawyer, Stretch, Drayton Sawyer, and Lefty. Name the film. Question 3. In what state was Elvis Presley born? Question 4. In the Boyz II Men song Motown Philly, there are some other music groups that are mentioned in the song's lyrics. One of them is ABC. What group were they referring to when they say Boyz II Men, ABC, BBD, the East Coast Family? What is ABC? Question 5. Now known as one of the most famous actors in American history, in 1983 and 1984, he appeared in a few episodes of Family Ties as a character named Ned Donnelly. In the 1984 Family Ties episode called Say Uncle, it's apparent that Uncle Ned has developed a drinking problem. Alex tries to convince his reluctant family of Ned's addiction before it's too late. Who played Ned Donnelly? Question 6. An American Olympic diver who won gold medals at the 1984 and 1988 Summer Olympics on both the springboard and platform. He's the only man and second diver in Olympic history to sweep the diving events in consecutive Olympic Games. Name him. And question 7. What college campus plays host to the Pizza Hut Museum? And that's going to wrap up round number 3. Let's check your answers. Question 1. He played the basketball-loving town drunk Shooter in the 1986 basketball drama Hoosiers. Name the actor. That's Dennis Hopper. Question 2. It was a black comedy horror film from 1986, a sequel that was quite different from the 1974 original. In this film, you would find the following characters: Chop Top Sawyer, Stretch, Drayton Sawyer, and Lefty. Name the film. That is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. That movie is absolutely nothing like the 1974 original. But what I always keep in mind is Part 2 was made by Cannon Films, who was known for doing things through their entire existence that just didn't make sense and was just weird, and they were just out to make a buck and just kind of slapped stuff together. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 does have a huge cult following, and there's some really cool people in that movie. Okay, question 3. In what state was Elvis Presley born? Mississippi. He was born in Tupelo, Mississippi. His family relocated to Memphis, Tennessee when he was 13 years old. Question 4. In the Boyz II Men song, Motown Philly, there are some other music groups that get mentioned in the lyrics of the song. One of them is ABC. What group were they referring to when they say, Boyz II Men, ABC, BBD, the East Coast Family? Another Bad Creation. That was the kid hip-hop group that was on the label there. Of course, BBD was Belle Biv DeVoe, but the answer there is Another Bad Creation. Question 5. Now known as one of the most famous actors in American history. In 1983 and 84, he appeared in a few episodes of Family Ties as a character named Ned Donnelly. In the 1984 Family Ties episode, Say Uncle, it's apparent that Uncle Ned has developed a drinking problem. Alex tries to convince his reluctant family of Ned's addiction before it's too late. Who played Ned Donnelly? Tom Hanks. Question 6. An American Olympic diver who won gold medals at the 1984 and 1988 Summer Olympics on both the springboard and platform. He's the only man and second diver in Olympic history to sweep the diving events in consecutive Olympic Games. Name him. That is Greg Louganis. Probably the only Olympic diver that I could ever mention by name. Okay, question 7. This is one of those fun, kitschy Roadside America things. What college campus plays host to the Pizza Hut Museum? A museum dedicated to the history of Pizza Hut. That is Wichita State. Some of you may know this. The first ever Pizza Hut location was in Wichita, and it was started by 2 Wichita State students. Wichita State actually moved this little building that housed their original restaurant onto the campus and turned it into a museum. You can visit it today. Thank you for listening and playing along with America's Pop Culture Trivia Show. My name is Joe Parisi. You can reach out to me through my website. There's an email portal there if you ever want to shoot a message across and say hello. JoeParisiVoiceover.com is my website. I'm on Instagram and TikTok, both at Joe Parisi VO. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. Take care of yourself.
America's Pop Culture Trivia Show with Joe Parisi.